Some guy pulled it off. 5 minutes later, come the passenger train through there.
Passenger train there.
It's a passenger train. It was 1930, 31. I push it on the starter and it started moving the engine. It's backing up.
Well, the streets of Columbus, they were brick, weren't they?
Yeah. We had a lot of bricks.
They were brick.
Uh-huh.
But they had sidewalks.
We had sidewalks. Yeah, son, I could write a book of my life. A million things. We had it hard in our day. We were poor, nothing to eat.
That Route 88 up to Dunleavy, was it always paved like that? When did they pave that?
Well, in those days, they never used blacktop. They used all paved out.
All concrete.
Right. Yeah. They never used paving. They all concrete. It was really something, I'll tell you. I could tell you a million.
How old is that road then, Dad?
Which one?
Route 88.
Well, it's been there forever since I can remember. I'll tell you what, you can't imagine. I could tell you a million things.
Didn't you live in Dunleavy one time?
Yeah. We lived, you know where we lived? We lived in Water Street in Bell Vernon, right? My uncle comes down. There's a truck out there. He said, hey, you gotta leave. There's a truck. I got a place for you to live. You're going to Dunleavy. Poor mom and grandma sitting there with me, Uncle Russ, Ange, and Rosalie was just a baby. Grandma says, I don't have no money. He says, here. He reaches in his pocket, the big roll, and throws $1 down. Honest to God, $1. Next minute we know all the stuff's loaded on the truck. He takes us over, and he had a new car because he was in the number business. He had a racket going. Take us over to Dunleavy. Where do you think they put us? It used to be a stable. They converted it into a house. We had a little grate is all we had. A little grate. We had a little room and a kitchen downstairs. That's all we had. And that's where we lived for a while. And then Dad got free rent. Grandpa got free rent out in Lover. A barn out there. Well, so we're moving again. He come down with one of his friends this time. They moved us in one of these here big trucks. We're out in the farm. This is 1931.
Who's with you? Who are all the people?
My grandma, my brother Russ, Ange, and me, and my young sister Rosalie. Right? Puts us out in Lover in a farm because he got free rent. We had one little kitchen. We had a room over here where me and Ange and Russ slept in one bed. That's kids. We didn't have no covers. We had one little cover and we threw coats on us. Then Mother slept with Rosalie in another little bed over here. And you could hear, this is a farmhouse, you could hear the mice or rats. They were running up and down on the top floor. Boom, 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 boom.
They were mice.
They were mice. Boom, 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 boom. Running up. We could hear them.
Mm-hmm.
So we lived there till April. We moved to Warner.
Where's that at?
Warner, PA. That's on Route 80. That's on that little route going out to Twilight Hollow. Warner. It was an old mining patch. So we're out there. We're in that house. We're on one side. Pizzolas are on that side, and we're on this side. Your grandpapa always had a car. We might have had nothing to eat, but he had a car. Well, we're living there. They had a chicken coop, Pizzolas next door, right? Grandma used to say to me, go sneak in that chicken coop. You can crawl through the hole. You know how them holes flip back and forth to the chickens. Get some eggs. We'll make frittata. You know what frittata is?
No.
Peppers and eggs.
What?
Peppers and eggs.
And potatoes, ouch. Potatoes, eggs, and peppers. Right? So I sneak in there, and I'm going in there chickens. I'm only 6 years old. They're flying all over the place. I grabbed the 2 eggs and squeezed out. That was like, I can remember like it was yesterday. Honest to God, that was something. So Grandma used to fix this, and then what happened was we used to have to walk to school, one-room schoolhouse. Warner, they had a one-room schoolhouse. So she taught first grade and second grade. Mrs. Duvall was her name. I always got a paddle. Now, how bad could I be 6 years old? She used to paddle my ass.
No discipline. I
Bend me over the. She used to bend me over the desk. You know them desks. She used to whack my ass.
No discipline. That's why.
Well, then.
Get the minor strap out.
Then we moved. Well, wait. From the farmhouse, I left one out. We used to have to walk 3/4 of a mile to catch the bus to take us up to Belleville Township School.
Well, let me ask you a question. All those places there, when did you move to?
Charleroi?
Yeah.
Well, we lived in Warner. Mrs. Duvall, you know that. And then what happened? There used to be a place in the back. There used to be a old abandoned mine. So I'd go back there and I'd pick up all this little bit of scrap iron. And this Jew used to come every week. I'd have it up on a hill. He'd reach in his pocket. He'd give me 15 cents. Grandpap Pete, hey, how much you get today from the junk man? I'd reach in my pocket, 15 cents. Here's a nickel. Go get me a pack of Bugler up Gurney's. There was a confectionery store up in the patch, Warner's. Pack of Bugler. You know what Bugler is, don't you? That's roll your own tobacco, old Bugler. So, he used to take my money, and I says to him, I gotta wise up because baseball cards were big in those days. I wish I had them today. Paul Wainer, Archie Vaughan, all that bunch. You know, Babe Ruth.
We wish you did too.
So what happens is, this is the truth. So what happened is, one day the guy gave me 20 cents. I only give Dad 15. I had a nickel. Oh, a nickel. You know how many cards you could buy for a nickel? You could buy 5 packs of gum. 5 packs of gum with 5 cards in there. You know? Mm-hmm. So I was getting 25 cards. Then they were selling Indian cards. Nobody wanted the Indian cards, ouch. Like, they had Indian cards too.
You mean like
Sitting Bull.
Sitting Bull.
All that bunch.
Running Dog.
All them. And
Kiss my ass.
Squatting Turd.
Well, wait, this is the truth. So I start wising up a little bit. Well, finally, my dad got a place in Charleroi where he put us in a shack. We moved to Charleroi, and that's when we started selling. Then I was only going on 7 years old. I didn't know what was going on yet, but Russ he went down and got a paper route. We used to fight for them routes. We used to fight for them. Believe me. We wanted to make that money. And, you know,
so you had to fight it for the newspaper every day?
To sell for them, to sell them. So we made a penny. Sunday paper's 2 cents. And this, I could tell you, I mean,
but when did you move to Fellowfield?
Well, we didn't go to Fellowfield. We caught a bus.
When did you move to 727?
Oh.
You won't tell me.
Oh, we didn't move there till I think World War II started.
In the 40s.
Right.
Where was that?
727 Fallowfield.
Which one's that?
That's where I used to visit.
We lived up there, and then Dad.
I used to show you all the time where.
My Dad, your grandpap got a break. He got with his friends from Italy, and he got the number business. He had all the number business from all of Charleroi, Lock 4, all the way up the river to California, a couple coal mining towns. We used to go clear to Mariana.
I remember you and I used to go pick up the numbers, remember? You used to take me with you as a disguise.
So
nobody will ever pick us up if you're riding.
So I was so happy to ride in that car. He had an old Chrysler, about 1934, and then he got a little bit of money.
So where are we now? About how old are you?
Well, I'm about 12 years old now, 13.
So this is what, about 1938?
38, 39. But he really started making money in 1940. He got all this business. He'd go to these coal mining towns and he'd get cartons of cigarettes so they could play a number and all that, stuff like that. So what happened was, he plunked down, bought a brand new Chevrolet, $750. That's what he paid for it, brand new. Didn't even have a radio, and he went down to Montgomery Ward and bought the heater for $3.